Hello, welcome, welcome. Grab a cup of tea, get comfy. This is going to be our first teaching on Tao Soul Healing. And what's interesting is as soon as I went to go do the Facebook Live so that you could all be here with me, it just stopped working. So interesting, but we improvise and we realign, readjust, reconnect, and go forth. So my name is Zarina Chopra, and I am the Tao Soul Healer and curator of Quantum Queen Rising. I'm here to share one of the fundamentals of some of the work that I do with women on reconnecting them, grounding them, teaching them how to self-heal and self-mastery in terms of manifesting their divine soul's purpose. So we are very much connecting to self-healing and self-mastery using soul, sound, and sovereignty. And welcome everyone that's here today on the recording, since this isn't live, unfortunately, but next time it will be. So I'm just going to start off by sharing a little bit about Tao Soul Healing. Like, what is it? So it's very straightforward when it comes to the name. So Tao means oneness. Okay, that's simple, very simple. Oneness, unity, consciousness, the idea that all of us are connected, all of us are one, and there's no separation on a soul level. On a matter level, yes, it seems there's a separation, and you can physically see that there's a separation, but on a soul level, there is not. So that is what Tao means, the oneness, unification. And like soul healing is the fact that we're going to the source. We're healing at the source versus having to constantly put band-aids on things on the matter level. And we respect and appreciate Western medicine 100%. It has its place. We all know this. And I would never say not to partake in Western medicine. I do myself. But it's simply, Western medicine is usually working on a matter level, right? Physical matter. And a lot of times, including myself, I've gone to the doctor and I've, asked them to do blood work because I was passing out or not able to stay awake for long hours at a time, or having brain fog or things like this, like experiencing really interesting energetic things that I didn't understand what was going on. And they couldn't tell me. My blood work looked perfect. Everything looked fine. I looked like a simple, healthy young woman. So that tells us that they just can't measure it on that level, on the matter level, right? There's so many levels, and I'm going to go through this with you today. So one of my teacher for Tao healing is Master Zhigang Sha. He's a doctor of Western medicine as well as Eastern medicine. And he has been a student of Tao healing, like Tao ancient practices from China, since he was about, I believe, 6 years old, which is incredible to think about the age, at which he was so fascinated by this work, and he had to find out about it. He asked his parents. There's a story that they share, that he shares himself about being 6 years old in a park watching, a master Tao teacher doing training with another master teacher, and he saw him doing some of his movements, some qigong. He saw him do some practices, and he was so fascinated that he ran up to this master teacher and asked him to teach him. And the master teacher is looking at him like, "You're such a small child, like you're not ready." And he was so persistent. He brought his parents over. He introduced him like he was 6 years old with this awareness that this is his purpose and he needs to do this. So long story short, he ends up following that path. They allow him in, they train him. And these are ancient practices that have been kept secret for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, passed down generation after generation. So, and Master Zhigang Sha, his soul was given permission to share all this ancient wisdom, this incredible, beautiful wisdom with us. And I am humbled and I'm so grateful that I've been able to come across this in my lifetime, because it's truly made all the difference. And in my life, in my health, in my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, my finances, my lover relationships, my family. So, and I've known many people that have healed incredible ailments from this, and I physically know them. They're not like pieces of paper that I'm reading about, like cancer survivors, people that have overcome these Western medical diagnoses. So how did they do it? Well, we're gonna go through that now. I just wanted to share that a little bit, backstory of Master Sha. And they're in Toronto. If you guys are in Toronto, they have academies all over the world, but you can visit them, www.drsha.com. So that's DRSHA.com, and you can find out more information. I continued with their work and became a Tao soul healer. So that's a Tao practitioner. And that just means that I've received a transmission of light and other light treasures to be able to offer Tao blessings. And I'm going to share one with you at the end of this class so that you can feel what that feels like for yourself. I did want to share a little story about myself, but I think I'm going to share screen first and then we can go from there. So let's see here, sharing screen. Oh, here we go. Okay. I have so many tabs open because I'm working on so many things at once. It's my style. Okay, so this is Master Sha. And the idea of the soul is information, and the soul carries our infinite wisdom. Okay. At the same time, our soul carries negative information and positive information. So we want to transform the negative information and convert it all to positive information. And you can also call that karma, right? Like we come into this life with positive karma and negative karma, and in different areas. And we can kind of look at our life and be like, okay, in this area I have really good karma, in this area I don't, not necessarily. So let's work on those areas. So let's continue here. So soul is information according to the ancient Chinese practices that Master Sha teaches us. Soul is information, and it carries your message, your soul's message. And these practices are teaching us that everything has a soul, including this computer, right? Because in our reality, there's information everywhere. Everywhere we look, we're seeing information. And if we zoomed in on these bits of information on let's say my laptop, if we zoomed in, we would see little bits of particles with a lot of space in between, right? We would zoom in and see that on a quantum level. And so that's the fundamentals of the Tao soul healing teachings, is it's constantly continuing to connect spirituality with quantum physics. And there's actually a book that's really powerful. It's called Tao Science by Master Rulin Zhu and Dr. Zhigang Sha. And so they combine, she's a metaphysicist. Oh, their pictures are here. She's a metaphysicist. I can't see if you can see. And they combine their work and their knowledge together and created this book. And it's a fabulous book. It talks about the science, wisdom, and practice of creation and grand unification. So like unity of all things. So this, just to continue here, this concept is really connected to, even Nikola Tesla's famous quote, everything, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, you must think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And so that is how we're referring to the soul. And I just want to make that clear. And there's different layers of how your soul communicates with you. Our souls are constantly communicating with us 24/7 through our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, how much energy we have, and our physical body. right? Our heart, what are we feeling in our heart? What is the messages that our heart's carrying? So it's the soul is the boss, and that's what Master Sha's teachings are teaching us, is that the soul is the boss. And if you want to fix and well, forget about fixing, but if you want to heal and transform your life in any area, right? We're not to say anything is wrong right now, but there's areas that we know could be way better. And so in order to get to that level, to transform these, to transcend these things, we want to go to the root. The root is the soul. And so the soul is constantly sending information from your lifetimes, from your experiences on this earth. And if you believe in other lifetimes or not, in his teachings, it's based on many lifetimes, and that we are carrying the information of many lifetimes with us. And so because of, we've generated positive information and negative information in all these lifetimes, we're carrying that right now. And so sometimes we don't understand why in this area do we have these struggles? Why do we have these constant kind of challenges in these certain areas? Like, what is that about? And usually it comes down to the soul carries this information, and we need to transform it. It's karma, negative karma. So that information is sent to your heart chakra, and your heart starts to send you feelings and emotions, thoughts, information into your mind, right? Soul, heart, mind. Well, it says brain, but mind, same thing. And it's giving you information about what your soul is trying to communicate with you. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's accurate, right? So meaning if we feel completely sad and we're not sure why, it doesn't, when I say accurate, I mean from this lifetime. It doesn't mean that we're sad about something that's happening right now. It could be that we're carrying that sadness for lifetimes, and we want to clear it. We want to transform it, and we're going to do this. And we want to convert that information into positive information. So you can see as it continues down, it gives you those thoughts, those emotions, the frequencies of thought continue to give you that energetic level. Or do you have a high energy level? Do you have a low energy level? Are you constantly lethargic? Are you constantly energized? Maybe overly energized, because that could be something too. People that are overactive, that have way too much energy, or they talk really quickly, or they're little, like they're super excited all the time. They're hypersensitive. So that's, you want to be in balance always. We're always looking for balance. So, and then that energy level is it's communicating with your physical body. So now this is where Western medicine comes in, because they're measuring everything on the matter level. And what about the rest of these levels, right? There's actually the Heart and Math Institute has been studying the heart, the heart organ for 25 years. And they've discovered that we've been taught that the brain communicates with the heart before the heart communicates with the brain. But in fact, they've studied and proven that there's way more neural networks in the heart that send information to the brain more than the other way around. And if you could look at this chart, like this diagram here, it's very clear what Master Sha is teaching us. The soul is giving your heart information, your heart is giving your mind information, and your mind is giving you that energetic level that gives you that physical matter manifestation, whether that's fit, healthy, all that good stuff, or if we have some pains and aches and skin irritations or diseases or autoimmune, all of these things can be sourced at the soul. And I've known many people that have healed from autoimmune diseases, cancer, and other things like womb, what are those things called? When you have cysts and endometriosis and all of these things. So it's absolutely possible. And that's what this movement is about that I'm creating. Quantum Queen Rising is about self-healing, that it's possible, and that you have the power. Not just you as your identity, but your cells have the power, and we are going to connect to those cells. So this is very similar to the 7 chakras, exactly the same. He calls them the soul houses. Master Sha calls them soul houses because your chakras are energy centers or energy vortexes, also known as consciousness. Like in our crown chakra, we have consciousness of the connection to the all, to the infinite, right? In our throat chakra has consciousness of expression. So there's different levels of consciousness in the body, but you can also refer to them as soul houses, chakras. They're all the same thing. There's no difference. It's just different teachings that call it different things. Indian practices call it chakras. Ancient Chinese practice called soul houses. So let me move this for you. Okay. So the Tao Soul Song Channel. So this is something that I'm so passionate about because I do love to sing, and I've healed my body as soon as I started singing. So when I was I think 12 to 13, I decided that I was not going to sing because I needed to be like, proper and like make money and very masculine in my thinking, like logical thinking. And I put my passion aside and I said, you know what, I'm not going to do anything with singing because I'm not good enough. I thought I was not good enough. I thought I wouldn't do well, pretty much. And so for many years, I just didn't sing and my body ached. I had so many ailments because of that. And as soon as I started to sing these Tao chants and mantras, sacred mantras, my body just started to relax and the nervous system starts to heal. So this song channel is very similar to the chakras. So it connects from those chakras that we just talked about, the soul houses, but then it goes down the spine, connects to your kundalini and back up. So it's like a circular motion. And we're connecting to this Tao Song channel because we want to heal our physical, mental, emotional, and financial, of course, lives. So it carries the frequency of Tao love. Tao, again, means oneness. So, and forgiveness and compassion and light. And so these are all virtues. These are all great things. And you literally have them in the core of your body. And so this is very important to learn, because when you can access the core level of your body and heal from the core, those things don't resurface. These are things that you're literally transforming your life experience, because I've done so many healings, so many types of healings, and if the ones that are not dealing at the core, those are the things that resurface. Those are the issues that would come back and not get resolved because it's not resolved at the core. So the Tao Song channel. So this is a soul, mind, body blockages. The way that it appears, like I told you with myself, when I didn't activate my Tao Song channel, I was dealing with pretty much all of this list. Yeah, every single thing on this list I experienced. Actually, now that I look at it, now that I realize. So, confusion. I was always confused about where I was going, what I was doing, my purpose. Why am I doing this? All of that, always for my entire upbringing, teenage, 20s, all of it. So I had many relationship blockages, lots of financial ups and downs. I knew how to manifest very young. I understood how to manifest. And so I could manifest, 6 figures at 19. I could manifest condos and cars and traveling and all this stuff. But underneath it all, I still had all the negative information on the soul level that I was carrying. And the negative information that I was carrying caused so much trauma to be manifested as well. With all of this great stuff, I was manifesting chaos everywhere. So it didn't last long. I had a business at 19, and as soon as I got incorporated, I built the business for 9 months, and it was easy. It was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. But then as soon as I got incorporated, all the negative information came to the surface. And I was insecure all of a sudden of something that I had just done for 9 months. I'd proven to myself that I'd done for 9 months. I was insecure. I was doubting myself. I was confused. I was, unhappy. And all of these things came out of nowhere. And so that's one example. And then, another example is when I was married for 2 years, and I knew like that wasn't the right relationship for me. I knew right away, but I stayed and continued to create negative information with this person. And when I say that, I mean, anytime we're upset or angry or, get not coming from love, peace, and harmony and compassion and forgiveness, we're literally creating negative information in our energetic field. And that is simply creating more negative information for the soul to carry. And that's what we don't want. So we want to heal that area of life. When I first walked into the Tao Center, okay, this is a very powerful story that I'm so grateful and humbled by, because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't meet this teaching, meet this teaching itself, like Tao healing, but also the teachers there, the master teachers, Master Sha at the Tao Center. So when I walked in, I had found out about this place from a previous partner. And as soon as I walked in, we were doing some movement meditations, kind of like Qigong style meditations. And I was thinking to myself, my ego was like, what is going on? Like, this is weird. What are we doing? And they were chanting and singing mantras. And I was like, I've never done this stuff before. But my hands had lit up. Like, there was so much energy in my hands. So I knew that I had to go back. And at that time, my entire body was like shutting down. So I had like lost weight, like extreme amounts of weight. I became super like anorexic looking. And overnight, like I literally woke up the next day and I had nothing left, and I didn't understand what happened. And it was adrenal failure. So I had been in an anxiety level, a low level anxiety in the background, right? It's not like I'm like freaking out and you could tell. I could literally have a conversation with you back then and you would have no idea that I was dealing with anxiety. So I was carrying low levels of anxiety in the background of my day-to-day for over 6 months, and the adrenal glands had run out of adrenaline because I was literally living on adrenaline. And I was experiencing adrenal failure. And so what that means is like it impacted all my digestion system, my digestive system. And I couldn't eat anything, like anything I put in my mouth, unless it was like a simple fruit or like a soft vegetable, my stomach would just churn and churn and churn, and it would just be hours of pain. And so I just stopped eating. I was like, I don't enjoy eating right now. This is so difficult. I had anxiety. I had so much self-doubt, so much, I was dealing with so much when I walked in there. And they looked at me and they could literally, with their training, they had all these heightened senses. So they could see right through my body, and they're like, your spleen, your adrenals, you need to fix that. We need to give you some healings and all of that. So I did these practices for 8 weeks, an hour in the morning, an hour at night, because the next week I went back to the center because my hands lit up and I was like, I got to come back. I came back and I met some women that had healed from cancer and from breast cancer and from endometriosis and all of these other things. And I was just like, well, if they can heal from that, then I can heal from this. Like, this is nothing compared to that. So I knew that this was exactly where I needed to be. I knew that I was in the right place, and I knew this is it. I'm going to go full force. So I ended up doing the practices for an hour in the morning and an hour at night for 8 weeks. And I had a new body. Like, I kid you not, my friends and family can vouch for this. I had a new body after that. And I could eat whatever I wanted. I had no anxiety left, which I had not experienced that for a very long time. I had better skin, my relationships were better, my family really, like, it's not just physical. The physical is the last level. Remember, matter, that's the matter level. That's the last level that gets impacted, that gets manifested. And so when we do these healings, it's healing the heart first. And so the heart is connected to all of the relationships, connected to your finances. And so I had also manifested a lot more money at that time as well, during that period of time. And it didn't stop, it continued after that. And so the heart is now giving you energy, connecting to your mind. My mind was better. I had no anxiety. And then my energetic levels were better. I could work out again, and my body just healed. I didn't have adrenal failure anymore. I could eat anything I wanted. So I knew that it wasn't a coincidence. And so that's why I continued on and got my Dao Hand certification. So that is all I wanted to share in terms of the teaching, but let's take a moment to just kind of get centered and experience what a Dao healing could feel like. So if you have an iPhone or any phone, actually, you can download chant love peace harmony. So you'll understand why later. Don't do it now, but do it later. The app is called Chant Love Peace Harmony, and it looks like a rainbow light ball. And this single chant, so Master Sha received this download during a meditation in 2013, I believe. And there's a soul portion, meaning soul language portion of the song that we don't understand what it means, the human level, but our soul knows what it means, and you can feel the frequency. So I invite you to do that. And then there's an English portion of it as well, which you'll feel that frequency as well. And then the other thing I wanted to share with you is the Soul Over Matter book. This book has changed my life as well, and it's so powerful. It's by Master Zhigong Sha, of course, and it says ancient and modern wisdom and practical techniques to create unlimited abundance. So this is incredible if you are an entrepreneur, or if you want to start a business, or if you just want to impact your finances or heal your mind, your body, and your life. They're all very powerful techniques and healings to do on a daily basis, because all of these things there's levels of karma. So when we clear a level of karma, we go to that next level. Our life transforms, and now there's the next level to clear. So we continuously are clearing and clearing and clearing, but we're not clearing the same karma. We're clearing higher levels of karma, which means that we get to step into our life at a higher level and experience life at a higher level. So more joy, more peace, more passion, more financial abundance, and more purpose, because that's what we're looking for, our soul's purpose. So I've spoken enough. So just take a deep breath in, get comfortable, and I'm just going to take a sip of tea. And just put one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower abdomen. This is called the lower dantian, which simply means your major energy center. For women, it's the womb space, but it also connects to the back of your kundalini, where your kundalini is. And I'll go through that another time, but just connecting to that lower energy center of the body and your heart center. Okay, taking 3 cleansing breaths in. I'm going to start with an invocation, and I just want you to be aware that I respect all traditions, all high frequency beings, all gods and goddesses equally. There's no preference. I work with certain ones myself, but if you'd like to call in any of yours that you like to work with, please do. And if you're not open to receiving a Tao blessing, just say no, thank you. You know, when I begin the Tao blessing at the end, okay? Just sitting up straight or laying down is fine. Closing your eyes, connecting to your heart and your lower abdomen. Dear Divine, dear Source, dear all our spiritual fathers and mothers of the souls that are watching this recording, and my soul as well. Dear all holy saints, ascended masters, archangels, the countless Buddhas, and the countless stars, planets, galaxies, and universes. We love you all. We honor you all. And we deeply respect and appreciate you all. Please join us during this sacred practice of love, peace, and harmony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. Lula, lee, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. One more time. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee. Lula, lula, lee, Lula, li, lula. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Take a deep breath in and out. And keep your eyes closed if you're open to receiving a Tao blessing. Dear my Tao hands and all my Tao light treasures, please activate and turn on, and please offer all the souls watching this recording a blessing for their heart center, their soul's connection to their divine soul's purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings begin. How, which means perfect, be well, perfect, be well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you all. Gong song, gong song, gong song, which means respectfully go back to your abode. Take a deep breath in and out, and try to remain in this hero condition as long as you can.